So, today is the 8th of April, and on this day, back in 1990, so 34 years ago, the first episode of Twin Peaks aired. I loved that show, I can't tell a lie. I used to go round to my mum and dad's and watch episodes as they came out, as we struggled to find out just who it was that killed Laura Palmer. And then it went through its halfway through the second season, got really rubbish, then it picked up again and it came up to a really good, shocking ending. But it was just such groundbreaking stuff. I loved every moment of it. And so what am I going to do? I'm going to, well, first of all, put on my album of Twin Peaks I bought back in the day because I liked it so much, which is now, if you can see, signed. Walked up to him in his winery. Kate got me tickets for my birthday a while back, and I got him to sign this album along with the next album from Twin Peaks: The Return, plus my Dune book. He was sick of the sight of me, I'm fairly sure. But there is a cocktail in that show, and it's called a Black Yukon Sucker Punch. And it's in the second season, episode 5, and Dale Cooper goes in to judge whatever his name is, and the sheriff, who again, I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but the three of them walk into the bar and they order these drinks and they kind of sneak up on you, says the judge. As it should do with a sucker punch name. Now, the recipe's never been released, but some people have in fact tried to reverse engineering it. And the most convincing one I found was created by a pair called James O and Darcy Ross, and they used all the ingredients that you could see on the back of the bar when they ordered this cocktail and tried to guess what it would be, and they came up with something that looks fairly authentic, and I hope my one's going to look that authentic as well. So I'm just going to go right away and do it now. I put on a sort of a flannel shirt, you know, in the best sort of Twin Peaksy sort of neck of the woods sort of look. I still find it kind of really cool that I live in a state where Twin Peaks was filmed up in Snoqualmie, but here we go. Let's make the cocktail without any more ado. I've been talking long enough, as some people would say. So it's a whiskey drink. The recipe calls for Jack Daniels because that's the bottle that was on the bar. I do not have that. I have some Jim Beam black aged bourbon, which is a little bit stronger than that Jack Daniels regular, but I think we'll cope with that. We might just need it. We want 1.5 ounces of that. Now, the thing I don't know is whether or not this is a chilled or warm drink, because the next drink is 6 ounces of coffee. So I made some coffee and then I put it in the fridge for a while, so it's kind of room temperature now. And I feel that's the temperature it would be if you just went into a bar and the coffee machine's maybe just been switched off for a while, but it's time to make a cocktail and they just use that. Be slightly tepid maybe. Well, that's my guess. Whatever. The recipe calls for about 6 ounces, but really what you want to do is top up that whiskey in the glass. Well, not top it up. You want this glass about just over halfway full. I think that's, given the next ingredient, I think that's going to be just about right. The next one is we've got to create a kind of blue foam on top, because that's what it was in the show. And so we're going to do that with, well, a blender. If I can get this top off, we are anyway. 1 egg white, like so. 1 ounce or so of Blue Curaçao. You do want it to be blue enough, so you do want the full ounce of that. There we go. We'll throw that in. And then a splash of Perrier. I do not have Perrier. I have SodaStream. It is in a green bottle, but I gassed it extra because sometimes Perrier can be quite fizzy. And this just calls for a splash of this. So really, why was I going to buy some Perrier when I could just do this? Taste isn't that different, is it, right? So just a splash. That should be good. And what we're going to do is now blend this on high. And you can see already pretty lurid blue, that thing. I'm hopeful that the egg white will sort us out here. Got a new KitchenAid blender and it's really quite powerful compared to the other one. I'm just going to blend this until it's nice and frothy. And there we go. That does look frothy and not soupy, apparently. We don't want it soupy. because then we'll wind up with, you know, actually, I'm going to blend that just a little bit more. I want it as frothy as possible. Okay, it's as much blending as I'm going to give it. That's noisier than doing a shake, really. Anyway, here we go. We're just going to top this up into this. Oh, this is looking quite authentic. Oh, look at that. I think we may have something here. There we go, the Black Yukon Sucker Punch. Well, let's give this a try, shall we? You know, that's not bad. I think this could help me find out who actually murdered Laura Palmer. I know, because I've seen the shows and I've seen the movie. But as Agent Cooper might say, a damn fine coffee. And hot? No, he's not saying that about this. And also, in the TV show, he did not even drink it. Huh. Cheers anyway.